this one. Hopefully it still has a sway bar, which it does. Thank you, Lord. I'm gonna be pulling the sway bar off of this car right here, since I don't have one on my Del Sol. I also took the transmission out of this one. I wish the seats were cleaner. I would have taken them. So I am back from the junkyard. It's already nighttime because I went before work, but I was able to get the sway bar from that Del Sol, which I have here in front of me. I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna be painting it, and yeah, pretty much I'm gonna be painting it, and I'm also gonna be working on my EF. Oh, almost fell. My EF hatch. Gonna be replacing the speed cable, which I've been neglecting for, I don't know, like 2 months now. And yeah, let's get right into it. So here's my sway bar. I have the paint there. I'm gonna get ready to start putting the first, start putting the first coat of paint onto this. I'm gonna be painting it silver because since the whole engine bay is all black, even though you're not gonna really see this, but I think it will look pretty good if it was painted silver, so why not, right? And I already cleaned it, sanded it, lightly, and let's see how well this freaking VHT paint holds. And also I'm hoping that I have enough paint. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna run out of paint. Gonna let that dry up for a while. Oh. And I'll get back to it after it dries. In the meantime, I'm gonna be working on this. Like I said, I'm gonna be replacing the speed cable on this, so might as well start while that sway bar over there is drying up. So yes, I know this car doesn't have the prettiest engine bay, but that's okay with me. And as you can see, I just broke my intake. Fuck it. That was already cracked, so I'm not worried about that too much. Alright, and the speed cable somewhere down there, which is, well, is this one. As you can see, it's completely broken. Let's see how it looks inside the transmission. Damn, am I blind? Because I cannot find the speed sensor or cable. Oh, yeah, I'm really blind. Okay, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is this right here. It's the boot. And this is the cable that broke off in there. I'm surprised at how long this lasted. Let's see if I can find where this thing is routed through. Now we are inside the car. I'm going to be removing the gauge cluster And if you're not familiar with the EF chassis, you start off here on the bottom. There's 2 screws, 1 on each side. Remove them, put them somewhere where you won't lose them. Simple as that. Come on, where are you? There we go. Alright, I take that back. That's not it. There we go. Alright. She is out. I think I'm gonna need a flathead. Maybe one of my keys will work. Let's see. I'm too lazy to get up and get a flathead right now. Alright, so on top of the cluster right here, there's 2 covers, 1 on each side. It looks just like this. There's 1 here, 1 on the other side. Alright, there we go. My key survived it, so we good. Now you're gonna want to find yourself a stubby screwdriver, and you're gonna have to look for the screws that you have up here, which I'm missing 1. And that's probably me. I probably was too lazy to put the other screw on. There we go. Now, for this part, you're gonna want to unplug the hazards and the light button that you have here, the light adjustment button, whatever you want to call it. You go and unplug them. There you go. Now we could just remove this, put it to the side. Now for the cluster, there should be, I believe, 4 bolts holding it, or 4 screws, sorry. 1 here, 1 there, and then 1 on each side. Oh, yeah, 2 on each side. Pretty simple. Just go ahead and unscrew it. Put them to the side. All these screws are all the same, so doesn't really matter where you put them. Well, at least for this car, they're all the same. I'm not sure if it goes for every Civic EF chassis, but at least for this one, it's all the same. There we go. And there we go. Now this is all loose, so gonna want to get, let me get you to the plugs that we have back here, which is this one, this one. This is a speed cable right here, and I think that's about it. Could be wrong. Oh, of course, these old cars, this thing is kind of broken off, but all right, it does not want to come off. So for the speed cable, it has like a little clip. You just push it in and you pull it out. Pull it out, game strong, boy. All right. Get back to this connector. There we go. And the cluster's out. There's a speed cable, as you see right here. Since this is an EF chassis, we don't have wire like EGs and stuff like that. We have actual cable. Tell us how fast we're going. And if you're wondering how it works, it pretty much just goes into this hole right here, which is the speedometer, right? And it just spins. And as it spins, it lets you know how fast you're going. Okay, I got the bolt out that goes in here. Now I could just remove this metal tab or clip, whatever this thing is called, and the speed cable should slide out since it's broken. And if you're wondering, it is coming out from the firewall right there. And yes, behind my dash there's nothing because this car was gutted when I got it. There we go, the speed cable is out. Now I need to look to see where I put the new one at. So in the meantime, let's go see how the sway bar is doing. All right, don't look too bad. Just hit it with another coat of paint. Looking pretty good, if I say so myself. Yeah, I'm running out of paint. But yeah, let me go look for the speed cable I have laying somewhere around here. Well, after searching for a good 20 minutes, I finally found my speed cable, the new one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting it in from the engine bay through the firewall first, seeing that, or being that this grommet kind of stops at the firewall. So I'm just gonna pass this side of the cluster through, and then, you know, do the other things around here. All right. And I'm probably gonna have to put you guys down because it's terrible lighting. But if you're wondering, see if you see, you can't really. Oh, you could kind of see. There's like a hole right there behind that wire. That is where I'm gonna be feeding this speed cable through. Alright, so now I have the speed cable going through the firewall. I still haven't put on the grommet, as you can see, but what you can do is, if you're trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, is connect the speed cable from now into the transmission. And since this is OBD0 car, or I should just say it's a cable transmission. Pretty much the speed cable, you install it in the same spot where the speed sensor will be in the EG. The only thing different is that it's a cable. And I'm just praying that this one doesn't break because I'm running out of cables here, so this kind of sucks if it breaks. Now I'm just gonna put on the grommet through the firewall if I can. Kind of doing this blind. All right, now I think I got it. Yeah, it's good enough. All right, so now we are going to go back over here into the cluster, or into the dash area, I should say, and see what we got. So you can see the speed cables down there. I'm gonna just run it up here. There we go. Now I just need to put the metal clip and the bolt right up there, and I'll get right back to you guys. All right, so as you can see, all the way back there, I got the bolt. See, there you go. I got the bolt in and the clip. I have the speed cable up here. Now it's just time to reinstall everything that we took out. So now I got the cluster all back on. As you can see, I will be doing a driving, video after I'm done with the sway bar, because it is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So after I leave the shop, you'll see, well, you'll just see it in this video. Now back to the sway bar. Still haven't put another coat on since the last clip that you saw, but it's looking pretty good. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the most prettiest thing in the world, but kind of messed up on that side. It's alright. Damn, that's looking really good. After that dries up, flip it over and do the other side, and basically done with this. And this is basically the finished product on this sway bar. I still need to flip it and paint the other side, but basically this is what it's gonna look like. I did order some brand new sway bar links and bushings and all that stuff for it, so, and they're poly, so it should be in by tomorrow, I believe. Yeah. Alright, let's see if the speed cable actually works. So that's going to be the first test drive out of yours. Before I do that, let me make sure I locked up the shop. Alright. Time to go check this out. Looks like it's working. Oh yes. Finally, I ain't gotta worry about no more tickets. It's pretty cold outside, and for some reason this car, when it's cold out, it doesn't really want to idle. Oh, big puddle. Alright. Yeah, for some reason this car doesn't want to idle when it's cold out. I'm not sure if I need to go get a retune or something. It's weird. Oh yeah, it's working. Working mighty fine. Finally, man. I daily drive this car, and I drive it all the time to work, and my job is about an hour away, and it kind of sucks not knowing how fast you're going when you're on the highway. And I kind of have an idea of how fast I'm going, since 5th gear, 4,000 RPM in this car, I'm roughly around 80 miles an hour, so that's the only thing that's kind of helping me. But man, I'm just glad that this thing works again. Right now it's like It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta be up in like 2 hours or so to go to the junkyard and get a new motor for the Del Sol. So I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you for watching, and to all the new subscribers or the people who are about to subscribe, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys stay tuned for what's gonna be next on either one of my cars, because one thing with me is that you never know what to expect from me.